بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Welcome in Faculty of Medicine, Jazan University, female section. As you see here, this is the main entrance and this is the parking area for the female section. We are occupying the same building with this Faculty of Applied Medical Science, and this is the main entrance for our gate. We are sharing, as I said, the same area. This is the slope entrance for the people with the special need. And as you see here, this is the entrance for our college. This is the security entrance, and also they are maintaining the precaution, and we are also supplying it with the special with the share for the special need. This is the organizational structure, and which is the updated one, and it is at the entrance, and it is supplied also in the second floor. This is the map building, and as you see here, this is a sign pointing to the area of classes. Each area are supplied with the extinguisher and the instruction of how to use the extinguisher. This is our mission and our vision of the Faculty of Medical Science of Medical College, and which is applied and distributed everywhere in the building, in the classes and in the hall, and also in the laboratory and in the skills lab. We are maintaining the safety and precaution everywhere. This is the elevator. We have one elevator, which is connecting the first floor to the second floor. And we have also stairs also connecting the first floor to the ground floor to the second floor. We will start our tour by class of the second year. As you see here, this is the entrance, which is supplied also by sign of the exit, and also the evacuation map, and also the instruction for the distance. This is the area of people with the special need in case of one of the student has some special need due to accident or injury or stuff. As you see here, we are supplying also the classes with the share for left side handed student, as it is clear here. And each classroom are fully occupied with the projector and with the also with the board, and with the alarm system, and with two doors to in case of emergency. And each class there is a mission and vision supplied, which is memorized by everybody in the college. Now, as you see here, this is the projector and the board and the area of showing. This is the how-to manual for using the extinguisher. Now we are going to the class of the third years, which is also supplied with the same equipment as the second class, the second year class, area of people with the special need, share with left-sided handle, and we are also maintaining the distance as everybody know that we are in the pandemic right now. Mission and vision, board, projector, alarm system, and good convenience AC for the supplying the student with all the equipment necessary for running of the learning process for them. Now we are going to the other class, which is also have the same facilities, and we are trying to maintain supplying the instrument, equipment and facilities for each class inside the college. The college has wide corridor, which is suitable for everybody, especially the people with the special need. Now we are going to the lab. We are starting with microbiology lab. Every lab have instruction of how to use it for the safety of the staff and safety of the student. And there is also lab safety rule, instruction how to use it, and there is a clear policy for using each equipment available inside the lab. As you see here, there is a cupboard, fume cupboard, which is used for handling the biohazard material and chemical material with the dangerous fumes, and there is clear instruction over it how to use it and to how to handle it. There is also oven here, and there is instruction, clear instruction over it how to use it. As you see here, there is also a sink, and there is the biohazard disposable bag, a container for get rid of the dangerous material in a safe way. Each bench has is well occupied with the suitable number of chair and sink, and also with the container for the biohazard material. As you see here, there is also the equipment used in the microbiology lab as microscope with the instruction how to use it. In each bench, there is a clear instruction, and there is also a book supplied to each lab, manual book, how to use the equipment in a safe way, beside the safety manual book, as we will see right now. This is the water distiller machine with its instruction for the safety and easy use by the students and the staff. This is the safety manual book, which is supplied in Arabic and English language for the student and also for the staff. And there is also a clear policies for how to get rid of the dangerous material, biohazard material, and waste product, either biological or chemical, which is done in a special way and in a regular way through the special company with the university. This is the emergency shower, which is used in case of emergency if any student exposed to any biohazard material, which can be get rid by the water. They have the emergency shower for that. As we mentioned before, each lab will be occupied by the mission, fission, and the fire extinguisher, and also there is exit door in each lab. Now we are going to the biochemistry lab with also the safety, the first aid books at the entrance, and also instruction on front of the door how to be available inside the lab. There is also evacuation map and also the mission and fission, first aid, which is applied in each laboratory available inside the college. The student is well informed about the policies, how to behave inside the lab, what they should wear, like the face mask, the goggle, and the gloves, and the lab coat. This is the emergency exit inside the biochemistry lab, and all the instruction, which is putting in a manual and sign with the clear instruction for every member in the college. This is also the fume cupboard and the bench, which is well occupied. This is the sphincter machine with the instruction how to use this machine and to make it easy for the handle by the student. There is also a available sink and available number of chair, which is suitable to be used by every student in the college. This is again the cupboard, which is available in each safety cupboard, which is available in each laboratory in the college. And this is another kind for handling different material of biohazard material. We are trying to make the laboratory area comfortable for each student, and this is also the shower, emergency shower for use in case of the emergency. And each laboratory are supplied by the projector and board, which is used for data show inside the lab. Each lab are well occupied with the biohazard disposable basket, and as we mentioned before, by the safety book and instruction and policies and procedure and of the handling the dangerous material, and in also of disposable of the dangerous material and biohazard material. We are also maintaining the safety inside the lab and outside the lab, and in every area in the college, to maintain the safety and to make the environment safe for the student. Histopathology lab. Now we are going to the histopathology lab, which is also well occupied with the instruction and guidance for the use the lab, for the use the equipment inside the lab, and also it is well occupied by the fire extinguisher and also with the alarm system, and with the special machine which is handled and used by the histopathology department. This is the heat oven with the dry heat oven with the instruction for how to using it. And as we mentioned before, each machine has its instruction. And now we are going to see this is also the instruction of fume cupboard. And we have special container for the slides that used for histopathology. We are getting the specimen from the MOH hospital, which is supplying us with the specimen, and we are preparing it inside the lab, and we are putting it in the histoline laboratory cupboard, as you see right now. This is one of the machines used by the histopathology staff in preparing the material for the student and make it available and suitable for their own use. Each lab, as we mentioned before, have a bench well occupied with each equipment and facilities that need for the running of the learning process and for the running of the learning process of the program. As we mentioned before, this is the handbook for the safety and security in the handling of the dangerous material and biohazards material. This is also one of the equipment with the clear instruction of how to use it for the safety and proper use by the student and the staff. Each lab, as we mentioned before, containing the projector and board, which is making it suitable for the data show. We have also emergency shower, which is used in case of the emergency. This is also the main entrance with the hall, which is used also for by the student. They are sitting in it. Now we are going to the pharmacology and physiology lab, which is also well occupied with all the necessary equipment and safety precaution for the safety handling by the student and by the staff, and making it easy also for them. As we see here, this is some of the equipment necessary for the physiology laboratory, a brain, and also instruction of what we are having there. This is also for the using by the pharmacology and physiology lab, with the instruction how to use also this equipment, clear instruction for the student. We are also didn't forget to put the biohazards disposable bag, which is available also in every bench, as we see here. This is one of the equipment with its instruction of use. This is some of also of the equipment used in the course of the of the student, with the clear instruction of how to use it and to handle it. And as we mentioned before, every lab is well occupied with the safety measure and also clear instruction of how to handle the dangerous material, and also how to get rid of it in a safety ways, maintaining the environment conservation and safety. Now we are going to the faculty research lab, which is still under reconstruction. Now we are going to the quality room, which is very important room in the college. If you see here, it is well occupied with the copy machine, computers, and 2 desks, and also the table for the meetings. We are putting in the file the course specification and course report for the academic years we are teaching it. As you see here, we have the quality document, self-study, annual program report, and also the policies, for some form of the policies. And this is the self-study here. And this also the file containing the self-study from 2019, 2018 and 2019. We have also file for the administration and the evacuation and some research and community. This file are containing to the sample of the course specification and course report for this from the second year to the 6 years. As we see here, this is the files of the third year. Now we are taking sample of the Obsangani, which is given to the student in the 5th and 6th years. This is the course specification of that course and also for the course report. We are going to the advising unit office, which is contained the office for the advising advisory. When the advisory have a meeting with the student, this is the room they are making the meeting in it. And this is the file for each member with their student under her care. And as we mentioned before, every area in the college there is mission and vision. Now we are going to the lifestyle clinic, which is well occupied for the student. We have this clinic, which is have available time for the student for the behavioral, helping them, and nutrition and smoking cessation also. And this is also the first aid in front of the clinic. It has 2 offices, which can be used by 2 different doctors. And there is also a schedule for the student when they want to be seen in the clinic. And this is also just a brief summary about the clinic and their jobs. As you see here, it is well occupied with the bed and the curtain and laptop and disk, with the computer disk, printer machine, and also the primary things need for any clinic and for the use of the doctors. This is the safety office in our building. We have 2 from the safety department from the college. They are attending in our college and taking care of the equipment of the safety, and they are checking it regularly. This is the 2nd floor where there is the vice dean office and the faculty office. And this is the map of the building of the 2nd floor. This is the map of the 2nd floor, as you see here. We have some classes also in the 2nd floor, and it's also well occupied, like the classes in the 2nd floor. As we mentioned before, we have a wide corridor. Now we are going to the vice dean office, and this is the schedule office hour also for the vice dean and for the assistant of the vice dean. And this is the office, which is also sometimes used for meeting. This is the organizational skeleton. And we have also meeting lab beside a meeting room beside the vice dean office, which is also well occupied, and we can make also live video with the male section on the same side, and we can attending the meeting with them. This is some office of the faculty member, which is also well occupied with all the equipment necessary, desk and computer desk, with also their schedule and their office hours available in each door to let the student know about their mentor and their availability at the office hours. This is the administration office. We have the head of the administration office and also the administrative staff, and their office also is well occupied with every necessary things for their use and for the running of the learning process of the program. This is the examination unit and control unit, which is not allowed for the entry of the student. Here we are receiving the exam from the male section, and we are keeping it inside the safe and on the same day of the exam, and we are distributing the question for the invigilators, and we have special protocol for distributing the question. And the invigilator, she's signing that she's taking the question, and she's also signing when they return it. And then this is also delivered in a safe way and controlled way to the mail section. This is some form that used by the invigilators. Now we are going to the student club. And this is also the CBD room in the female section, which is used for the continuous development program of the female faculty staff. This is a small library in the hall, which can be used by a student, and some general services for them. As we mentioned before, we have all the safety precaution, water pipe, alarm, and smoke detector and extinguisher, which is frequently checked by the safety department and safety member in our college. This is the exit. We have two exits in the back of the college, and this is the assembly point where we are assembly in the case of the evacuation. And if you have a look here, this is also map showing that this is the exit point. Yeah, this is the exit to the assembly point in case of the emergency. لا قدر الله. And we have special bathroom for the people with the special need. Now we are going to the dissection lab. We have a large dissection hall which is well occupied. Each dissection hall containing dissection table occupied with a screen and camera with light, all of it controlled by server and have electronic program. Which is actually make the area comfortable and suitable for the student, because what they are seeing in the cadaver, it will show up on the screen, which is making the things small and tiny, is showing in a very, very clear and suitable way for the student. We have like 10 cadavers, and we have also the cadaver chambers, and as you see here, also the light over each specimen. And we are also maintaining the safety and precaution inside the dissection hall by maintaining the container for the biohazard material. Now we are going to the dissection museum, which is containing the sample, and even the student, they can just see the sample down and they can run the 3D above it, so they can see what the real things in front of them, so they can memorize it easily. It is also well occupied by the safety measure, alarm, the safety alarm, extinguisher, and also emergency exit. This is some sample of the cadavers or specimen. As you see here, this is sample of the head and neck, dissected for the muscles and for the nerves. And also there is some specimen, and there is also area the student can sit and also revising the things. Now we are going to the simulation and skills lab, which is also well occupied with the equipment necessary for the student. As we see here, we have examination room and simulation room. We are starting with the main control room, which is containing camera, occupied all the room, so we can see what is going on inside the room, especially during the OSCE and the OSBE exam. Now we are going to the store of the skills lab, which is well occupied with the important equipment necessary for the running of the learning process of the program and with the instruction of it. As you see, this is also the fire wire and fire extinguisher, which is well available in all the lab and skills lab. This is the meeting rooms, which is used for briefing before going to the skills lab, before going to the examination room and simulation room, which is also well occupied with the projector and board. There is some instruction for the student before going into the simulation room, which is available in front of each door. Now we are going to the simulation room, which is, as you see here, there is some mannequin with the equipment, and we are supplying instruction for each mannequin and for each specimen, and also all occupied with the digital and computers This is another room which is also well occupied with the necessary equipment, with the guidance for its use and using it in a safety way without damaging it. And it's also available. This is the ECG monitor on the screen, and also each room containing the biohazard container, disposable material. And this is the emergency exit in the skills lab. We have 2 emergency exits, and there is also instruction for it and the exit sign showing the student where they are going in case of evacuation. This is another room which is also well occupied. As you see here, some samples. Now we are going to the examination room and exam rooms, and this is some of the equipment and specimens, like here tube, laryngoscope, and we have also some manicam for the examination, and this is to show the student how to do the intubation in a safe way. The skills lab also used for CPR. For the general service applies to the student, we have restaurants, and we have a small cafe and sitting area here for there they are sitting and chatting, and we have also small stationery with the copywriter machine and all the equipment for the student that help them and during the class. Now we are going to the recreation center, which is occupied with the treadmill and some equipment, as you see here, for the student. Now we are going to the library, which is available. This is the old duty time, but right now it's available for a long time for the student. And also there is instruction of how to use the library and how to learn the things and to how to retain it, which is available in the university websites. This library is available in the female section. Also available, there is a copywriter machine and a scanner, and there is also a computer desk and area for the student if they want to sit and study in quiet area. And we have medical books available for the student, and there is a regular check for these books by the university lab, by the university dean and the employee. This is some sample of the books, and we are distributing also the mission and vision of the college in all the areas. Now this is a computer available for the student for using the digital Saudi libraries, which is also available for them with the instruction, and also convenient area for them for studying and sitting. We are also maintaining all the safety measures inside the library, fire extinguisher and alarm system. And as we see here, there is some sample of the books, and this is the site used by the digital library for the convenience of the student. We have well-occupied clinic for the use of the student in case of emergency and in case of regular small cases and routine cases. Welcome to the male section, Faculty of Medicine, Jazan University. This is the main entrance for the college, and we are sharing the building with the College of Applied Science. This is the parking area with the equipment for the fires. And this is also the parking for the people with the special need in the front of the college. As you see, also there is a slope at the entrance, and this is the hall. This is the entrance hall for the main building for the Faculty of the Medicine. It's occupied of 2 floors, and this is the organizational skeleton, which is applied in each hall of the in 2 different floors. This is the CPR department, which is belong also to our college, and with regular workshop for the people, for the doctors, and for the nurses. Now we are going to the administration office and the Vice Dean Academic Affairs, which is also in the first floor of the building, and the Vice Dean of the Clinical Affairs. This is the CPD room, which is occupied with the projector and the screen and digital screen, which is used for the teaching of the staff. Vice Dean of the Development, this is his office here, also in the first floor. And this is the postgraduate Vice Dean office, which is also containing a small meeting room. This is the evacuation plan for the male section side for the first floor. Now we are going to visit, this is the development, and this is the head of the administration office of of male section. This is waiting area for the student and for the staff who's coming to the visiting the dean, and this is his office, the dean office, which is also containing a small meeting room inside the office. And beside this meeting room, which is also well occupied by projector and board, there is a council meeting room, counting meeting hall, which is containing also digital screen and video and projector, which is can let the female side also attending from the female section on the same time, all were and with all the precaution of the safety. This is now we are going to the classes, and as we see here, this is the exit and the sign for the exit. Each classroom are well occupied by projector, board, a smart board and projector, and also the alarm system, and also with the convenient chair for the student to run the learning processes in a suitable and comfortable environment. Yeah, this is the alarm system in the roof and the projector. This is another class also, and this is the fire extinguisher, and we are distributing the mission. There is mission in each corridor and the fire extinguisher. The office of the faculty are containing the office hour for the student. Now we are going to the laboratory area, and each laboratory door are containing the instruction and guidance for the student in their presence, to guide their presence inside the laboratory. As it's shown here, that the student, they must wear the face mask, they must wear, they are not allowed to bring food and drink to the lab. As we see here, there is a bench and the bench with the chair for the student and also the sink. And we have a special cupboard for the biohazard material with the instruction on it, with the first aid and the fire extinguisher, and with all the instruction of how to using it. This is one of the cupboards for biohazard material, the instruction of how to deal with the dangerous material and chemical and biohazard material. This is some sample of the stains and chemicals, and with all the instruction and precaution. There is also smart board inside the lab with the projector, and each bench containing the equipment necessary for its running. And there's also the disposable biohazards, and there is also special area for the student with the special need if they are attending the lab. And we need to mention also there is also alarm system, and this is some sample of the histopathology specimen which you are getting it from the MOH hospital in the region, and they are helping in preparing this. And we have also the lab occupied with the machine and with all the instruction of how to using it. Under each sample of this, there is also description of it, which is making it easy for the student. There is some sample of the cancer cells here and cancer's tissues. This is the preparatory area where they are preparing the tissue and staining it and scanning area. And there is a lot of precaution and instruction for the safety measure should be taken by the staff and by the student. This is some slide in the histopathology labs. And this is the tissue embedding area where they are preparing the slide for the running of the lectures. This is the tissue cutting area, and this is some of the equipment here for the preparation of the material with the instruction of using it. With some sample also of the tissue specimen in the lab. Each bench are supplied with the sink, and this is here the evacuation plan. We have manual, safety manual in each lab to instruct the student and also for the staff about the precaution and about the policies and about the safety in using the lab and the safety precaution. And also this is some books also containing some information about the specimen we having it in the jars in a very little and easy way for the use by the student. This is for the third year now. This is also some samples, CNS and special science. This is some of the specimen used during the running of the histopathology lab during that block. Now we are going to the histology lab, which is also well occupied with the equipment. This is the instruction at the front door, which is containing also the schedule for the student. This is also the fume cupboard, which is used for handling the dangerous material with the dangerous fumes, and also it's occupied with the biohazard disposable and projector, smart board for the using by the student. This is also the microscope used by the student during reading the histology slides. All the labs are occupied with the special area for the people with the special need, first aid, and also the mission and vision, which is distributed well in all the laboratory and the corridors. Now we are going to the physiology lab. This is also the schedule and the instruction in the front door as the other lab in the college. This is also the instruction of using the machine, of using this machine. This is also stethoscope, which is using, and the area for the people with the special need. We are also having here the machine for the using the blood for the measuring of the blood pressure, and sink at the end of each bench, which is also used at the end of the session and also in handling the things. This is also the special cupboard and safety cupboard that used for using and handling the dangerous and biohazard material. And this is the Snell chart, what we are using it for measuring the visual acuity for the physiology lab. And all the lab are occupied by projector board and also the alarm system and the extinguisher. And there is also a yellow container for the yellow cupboard for the dangerous material. Now we are going to the pharmacology lab. Which is also occupied with the safety precaution and the instruction and guidance of how to using the lab. The biochemistry lab, which is also in the ground floor. This is also the manual book of how to using the biochemistry lab, containing all the policy and the procedure of using the laboratory and also the safety precaution. This is some of the machine with its instruction of how to using it. This is the preparation unit, which is used for preparing the sample for the lab. As we have some tubes, and this is some slide also, and pipe tubes, which is used for the handling of the material. And we have also all the safety equipment as the fire extinguisher, alarm system, and this is some of the machine used by the in the lab for preparation with full instruction of how to using it. Most of the lab, this is also the biohazard cupboard with containing the instruction of handling the dangerous material. This is the machine which is also distributed in the corridor between the labs, and this is the emergency exit door with the instruction of using it. Now we are going to the microbiology lab and parasitology lab. This is some of the special machine using in handling the dangerous material that are used in the microbiology lab. as we see here, and each machine with its equipment, with its instruction of how to using it and maintenance it. The maintenance is running regularly in the lab under the supervision of the maintenance unit in the university by a special company, which is regularly taking care of the equipment. We have also emergency exit in the room and all the precaution. This is the parasitology and practical manual, which is using in the parasitology lab for making all the machine easy and suitable for the use, with instruction and how to handle the equipment there. Now we are going to the skills and the simulation lab. This is the schedule also here. There is also special schedule for using of the simulation lab, and there is manual for each department, like surgical department, anatomy department. There is a special area for the people with the special need, first aid, also fire extinguisher, and the guidance of using it, and also the emergency exit door and the mission, which is distributed well in each area of the college. This is some of the precaution due to corona pandemic, which is still in the front of the examination areas. This is some of the also container. Now we are going to one of the examination room, which is also occupied with the equipment necessary for the running of the block. There is manual for each department for using the skills lab, like the surgical department, they have their own use, their own manual, and pediatric and also the gynae when they are using the lab for teaching. As we see here, there is some mannequin and small pediatric mannequin and some of the equipment that used during the simulation lab, which is all available for the students in a proper way. And we need to mention that every room containing the biohazards container basket. This is for the insertion of the IV line and the IV fluid, and this is just to show you some of the module used in simulation, like the one with the foot ulcer and foot ischemia. This is another examination room, which is containing another mannequin for the use by the student, which is also well occupied by all the equipment and facilities needed for running of the teaching process. This is also another room with some of the specimen that used for the teaching. This is another examination room, which is also occupied with the mannequin and the instruction of using it. This is the classroom inside the skills lab, which is occupied by the projector, smart board, which is using also for give them the brief summary before using the skills lab. And there is also alarm extinguisher in it, alarm smoke detector, and alarm system also. This is another sample. Now we are going to the dissection hall. This is also the schedule for the second and third years using the dissection hall. This is the most years they are using the dissection hall. We are maintaining all the precaution, and the dissection hall is not open for everyone. It is not allowed for everyone to go in, so they are opening only for the staff and the people having the card they can enter it. We have anatomage virtual dissection table, which is available for the student. And by this one, they can just point in the area they want to read it, or you want to studying it, and you want to revise it in more details. We have also manual for using the dissection hall, because we are using some dangerous material in handling the cadaver, like phenol and formaldehyde. And we have also a ventilation system, which is available also in female section and in male section. For sucking the fumes from the formaldehyde, and we have 15 chambers for cadavers. We have dissection table, which is occupied with the screen and camera and light, with all controlled by server, and have electronic program. And as we have seen here, all of it are connecting to that screen, and it is easy for the student to see even the small teeny structure in the cadaver, and they can also revising it on the monitor in very easy way. We have also the dissection hall occupied with the safety, with all safety measure, including the biohazards container. Now we are in the dissection museum, which is also containing screen in each corner that over on the top of the specimen, so it is easy for the student to study the specimen while he's hearing to the explanation for that specimen. So they can use that audio for listening to the explanation related to each specimen in the dissection museum. As you see here, this is the safety measure, fire hose and fire extinguisher, and this is the control room for running the dissection hall, with also first aid and emergency exit door. This is the 5D shape of development and quality. We have also the mission distributed there. Now we are going to the quality room, where we have the documentation. This is the file for the second year, which is containing Foundation 1 and Foundation 2, and we have also the preparatory years. This is the blocks they are taking it in the second year with the course specification and course report for the every years from 1970 to 2020. And this is also, we have the self-study report, job description, and policies for admission of the student, examination, and registration, which is distributed well. Here we have also the course specification and the course report for the fourth year and for the fifth year and second year. This is the sum of the blocks taken in the second and the fourth year. The file containing the course, this file contains the course specification and the course report. This is for the some of the blocks also taken in the third year. This is for the sixth and fifth years, the course specification and the course report, and also the internship and the elective modules. We have also file for the program report and program specification, which is arranged in the year, and we have also from 1917 to 2020. This is the program specification, which is we having it for 2017, and we have also updating it in 2020. This is some paper of the file containing the program specification. The quality room also is occupied with the necessary equipment. And this is the annual program report from 2016 to 2017. And this is some of the result sample. The room also containing the mission and vision, and also well occupied by the copy machine, and also for the convenience of the quality staff. This is also some of the quality assurance manual, which is available in the room. And this is some of the result. Now we are going to the academic counseling or advisory unit. And this is the office where we some of the advisor meeting of the student for the privacy. We have also for the general use, we have the auditorium and also occupied by the smart board and projector. And we have also the prayer room for the student, which is also there is the safety measure, the warehouse for the fire and the extinguisher. Now we are going to the entertainment room or recreation room in the male section, which is occupied by the treadmill and some of the necessary things. And we have also small snacks area for the student, which is available for the student. The medical library, we have a small medical library in the building in the combined building between the medical and the applied science, applied medical science. This is the evacuation plan, because the students are using mainly the large library, which is belong to the university, which is well occupied by the books and textbooks and journals. And there is also the Saudi digital library, which is easy to use it. This is some sample of the books, and actually the students are aware about how they can use the library through the website of the university, of how to get the book and how to return it back. And this is the website that available for the student. We have here some of the stationery area for the copying the textbooks for the student. And this is the hall with some surfaces in it. We have 2 elevator and wide corridor, and we have the exit with the exit sign for it in case of the evacuation. And the assembly point is outside the building. And this is the evacuation plan, which is available in most of the area of the building beside each emergency exit.